Radio.
This is Marcus-Jarvis. I'm a little late for the show. I apologize for that. A client called in at the last minute. I see I have caller 7204 on the line. Is there a question I can answer concerning immigration law? Hello, caller, are you there? Okay, today I want to feature what's called temporary protected status. This benefit is offered to individuals who are from a war-torn country or country that has maybe issues like maybe a hurricane or earthquake. For example, in 2010, I think it was January of 2010, the country of Haiti had a devastating earthquake, and the president granted anyone from Haiti who didn't have a significant crime, and they were here on or before that date of the incident, what's called temporary protected status. And temporary protected status means that an individual will not be sent to his or her country once this is going on. Today, I specifically want to point out for the listening public that on or about November 20th, 2014, the President of the United States, due to Ebola, gave 3 countries in West Africa, those are Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone, what's called temporary protected status. It means that once they timely apply by May 20th of 2015, for the next 18 months, once they don't have any problems with the law, they'll remain in the United States and they will not be sent back to his or her country. Liberians who were in the USA for many years, most of them who are not, let's say, green card holders or US citizens or some other status, had what called deferred enforcement departure. And that came about, I believe, the last renewal period was 2006 to 2007, and then from that date, DED took over. So today, individuals who have what's called DED and you're from Liberia, you qualify for that benefit. And as I said earlier, that individuals from Guinea and Sierra Leone also can benefit from TPS as of November 21st, 2014. TPS does not give an individual a green card. However, it allows you to work. You'll be able to get a social security number. You'll be able to get a driver's license. Usually your driver's license is tied to the duration of your grant of TPS. So if that gets renewed, then they will, in Minnesota, they will automatically renew your driver's license. If an individual finds him or herself in removal proceedings, an immigration judge can grant that individual temporary protected status. Actually, in a case that I did before the Board of Immigration Appeal, it's a published decision. The board, in its holding, said that an individual is in removal proceedings. That individual is from a country that's designated TPS. The immigration judge has original jurisdiction to make a decision to adjudicate the TPS application. Jurisdiction simply means the judge has the power to grant the benefit. And original jurisdiction is that the judge has the first ability to look at such a form. If your TPS is denied and you're not in removal proceedings, the federal district court for your area has appellate jurisdiction, in other words, to review the decision of United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. That's a case. It came out from an individual from Liberia. It's cited as, I think, is it's spelled BAH, the guy's last name, and versus USCIS, actually the individual in charge at the time, the last name is spelled CANGEMI, started at 489 Federal Sup, 2nd, 905, District of Minnesota, 2007. So in that case, the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals, where Minnesota lies, had jurisdiction over that young man's case because USCIS had denied the benefit. So that's how it works. One thing individuals from Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone need to realize is that you should try to apply for TPS, that new grant of TPS that came out on November 2nd, 2014, for the simple reason that if for whatever reason USCIS denies your TPS and you're in removal proceedings, you can have a judge do what's called a de novo review of your application. A de novo review means that the judge looks at your application afresh before and makes his or her determination as to whether you should be granted TPS. Also keep in mind that when you have TPS, it's a very delicate grant of a benefit to stay in the USA. 2 misdemeanor, you could lose your TPS. If you have a felony, you're definitely out. You will lose your TPS or you won't get it to begin with. So it's very, very important that you not commit any crimes in the USA. Generally speaking, every time you apply for TPS, you are fingerprinted. So that's how the government knows that you may have committed a crime, because usually when you commit a crime, you are fingerprinted and your picture is taken. And as I said, that's how they will know that you did commit a crime, and they will deny you the benefit. A lot of people are not aware of the new TPS. Actually, at about 4 p.m. Central Time, I had some individuals in my office, and they were hearing about DACA, something that was granted back in 2002, and they just weren't aware of that. And the young lady who was in my office has 3 children who qualify for DACA. So I'm trying to get the word out there the best I can to let people know what they may or may not qualify for. Always hold on to your documents. Take good care of your documents. Keep them in a safe place. Make multiple copies so that if something goes wrong, you have backup. I talked with a client of mine today who had a fire a few months back, and she lost all of her documents. Luckily, we have a duplicate file, probably more than she has, and we can, now reestablish a file. So it's important for you to take good care of your documents. A lot of times you have to show your lawful presence in the USA, and if you have some sort of receipt that you sent money abroad, maybe even getting a speeding ticket, parking ticket, that's one situation where, a document like that may benefit you. Try to get a bank account, keep track of your children's school record if you have children. If you give money to church and you got a letter from church, just secure everything. Some people have a habit of just throwing things away without actually, paying attention to what they're doing. Generally, some people don't use an attorney to assist them with their immigration matters. This is a country where you can always represent yourself. It may not be wise. Sometimes individuals may come to you and they've been struggling with an application. Something that would take maybe, let's say, 3-4 months would take them years to accomplish. Sometimes you may do a maneuver that could permanently bar you from getting a benefit. The government never likes individuals to misrepresent themselves in an application. And keep in mind, the government keeps everything. It's my understanding that since 2002, any immigration record is basically permanent. They can go back and find it. So be careful on what you put on the form. Attorneys can get really creative in helping individuals get benefits. And I had a situation, this wasn't my case at the trial court level. It's a criminal case where this young man was charged with a simple assault, and which is less serious compared with a domestic assault. A domestic assault creates problems for you getting a green card. If you have a green card and you have too many what's called CIMTs, you could deny permanently from getting benefits. But anyway, the young man was charged with a simple assault, and then at the end of the day, the public defender did not pay attention to where he actually pled guilty to a domestic, which is more serious. That's what you call over prosecuting a case, and the public defender, in my opinion, should not have agreed to that. Public defenders are great attorneys, they're smart, etc. But the difference between a public defender and myself, who is a private attorney, is that I have to work to get paid. A public defender generally, every 2 weeks or every month when they get paid, they get a paycheck anyway. Private attorneys have to fight for their paycheck, and they have to earn your business, and they work hard to help you, because getting a referral is usually, I would say, 50 to 75% of closing a deal. If you do a good job for someone and they told somebody else, chances are when they come to you, they go forward and close the deal. So you have to do good work so that you can be referred to others in the future. So it's always wise to get an attorney to help you. It's my opinion that immigration matters are very, very complex, and you always need the guidance of competent attorneys to help you in this country. I know where I'm from, the laws are not that complex, and but I know in the USA they become more complex and cumbersome, so be careful on that. I wish we had a few callers so we can extend the time. I'll try to have this show every Wednesday so that people can call in and ask questions. I'm trying to do a show on Sundays also, and that involves a mixture of Hispanic clients and English-speaking clients. So like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and those of you who are listening, I appreciate you doing that for me today. Hopefully we can make this show a good educational tool to get the word out here. Marcus-Jarvis, I'm an immigration attorney. The law firm the name of the law firm is Marcus-Jarvis Law Limited. They're situated in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Address is 3621 85th Avenue North, Suite 201, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota 55443, and the phone number is 763-425-5447. We are a local, national, and international business and immigration law firm. We do a lot of deportation matters. We have some published decisions. I recently wrote a book because I see a lot of immigrants commit simple crimes that create big problems for them in the future. And you should try to get my book at a-tbooks.com. They're also featured on Amazon. If you just Google my name, Marcus Jarvis, you will find outlets to buy the book. And I think the book is worth it. It has in some good tips that will help guide you as an immigrant here in the USA. Please give us a call. We give the first initial consultation for free. It could be over the phone, and if we think that it's necessary for you to come in so that we can examine your documents, we do that. We want you to understand what you're up against before you start spending money. I look forward to hearing from you. You can also email me at jarvislawfirm@msn.com. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Hi, this is Maury Moreland Morrison, here to tell you Geico has more than just great savings. Much more. Geico's been around for more than 75 years, back when they were using Morse code. Sorry, that's just my sense of humor. What's more, with Geico you get 24/7 access to licensed agents on the app, online, or over the phone, so you can talk to them at night or in the morning. So forevermore, just know that no other auto insurer has more than Geico. More power to you. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Has this ever happened to you? You put some money in a savings account with a great rate. But that promotional savings rate came crashing down. You deserve better. Take just 5 minutes and open a Capital One savings account online. You'll get one of the nation's best rates that's not a promotional rate. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Offered by Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Copyright 2017 Capital One.